Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Right. I'm Ryan. That's all the stuff that you guys will never see has made it to where I can't communicate.
Yes, I mean, that happens. Obviously, we are about to give you guys the best comic book reviews on the entire interwebs, so you should definitely subscribe to this because that's what happens. We have all the giggles and we read all the best books. So let's talk about it because this week, What in the world?
Right?
Who didn't come out with a book this week? Me. Like, I think I'm the only one.
Yeah, that's about it.
And actually, Kickstarter-wise, it's on its way. So technically, week's still young.
So I guess me.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of these might count, man.
Maybe.
Like, it's so much. There's a lot of content this week.
We had to make cuts. We each had to cut several books.
Yes.
To get down to 6.
Yes. Because it was borderline obnoxious. What's amazing is, even still, with all our cuts, on the honorable mention side, we only have one that's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay. So being that we have one that's the same, let's save that one for last. Tell me about Dead Day, please.
Oh, yeah. All right. AfterShock. Ryan Parrott, Evgeny Bornyakov. So the basis behind this title is one day every year, the dead come back to life. And they're not like in better condition. I mean, they're as rotted as they would normally be.
Right.
And some of the dead want to find their loved ones and kind of hang out one last time. Some of them have scores to settle, and they go do that. So in this story, there is a woman who's married. She has kids, but she reunites with her previous boyfriend, who is dead now, and they're trying to do something. It's kind of interesting because we find out what her motivations are in this issue.
Ooh.
Whereas we know the boyfriend's motivation is revenge on the people who killed him. And all of those loose strings that you're kind of like, how do they fit together, really start to merge. It's an interesting concept, and it's not... I mean, it could be like with the dead coming back, you can do all sorts of things. You can do like the revenge story. You can do the love story. Well, I mean, maybe not.
I mean, if you're into that,
whatever works for you. I don't judge.
Right.
You can do horror, and for this one, it's this really cool like revenge story, and at the same time, there's personal stuff that really ratchets it up. Yeah, amazing stuff.
I like that. I was really about this when it really sucked that we had so many books come out this week and I had to make choices. I had to make hard choices. I'm so sorry. But I agree. Like the grindhouse nature of basically taking zombies and mixing it, instead of saying, no, it's not the dead, that's the problem. It's the criminal intent behind, people's motivations and whatnot. That's dope. And I love that cover. I think that cover is top notch.
It's so cool.
Make that a poster, please. Pretty please. Okay.
Oh, this is one that I really, really wanted to read.
Phantom Starkiller #1. Black Caravan, which is an offshoot of Scout Comics. This one is created, written, and colored by Peter Gorel of Killer Bootlegs. Okay, so you have to recognize that when he says Killer Bootlegs as his own title, certain things you need to expect. Joseph Schmalke did the artwork, which I think Joseph Schmalke is a fake name, 100%. Like, I don't even care if it is your real name. It's a fake name. It's a porno name. Okay, so if you look at this, right? Yeah. This guy looks clearly like Skeletor and Darth Vader had a baby. He's got an electro sword, not a lightsaber, but an electro sword. He's got the Vader buttons. Yeah. Listen, normally we don't spoil stuff, but I'm going to tell you, I appreciate the sheer audacity, okay? The absolute gall for them to literally lift from the Star Wars comic for Vader down, okay? Like, wait. Where is it? You're surrounded, blah, 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 blah. And the only thing I'm surrounded by, do it, okay? So the whole vibe here is that the Phantom Starkiller is like this crazy assassin that works for this guy, the Count, right? Yeah. So it's basically, if you had the Kmart brand action figure, right? Like the 6-pack of mock G.I. Joes, but like really leaned into it. That's what this is. And it is so awesome. Like, wait, the extra stuff in the back though. Oh, that is so dope. Right? Like, I'm looking at that's Count Draco. Knuckle Duster. Like,
I can't wait for that one.
It's amazing. If these aren't real, I'm gonna be pissed. I want all of this.
Oh my gosh.
Literally all of it. But wait, the best part though, leads you to a playlist on Spotify that is the essence of this series. So, listen, comic book making has hit a new level. Like, when I read this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to read this. But this is taking the experience of reading a comic to a whole new level. This right here is the poor kid 80s, like, love dream, because this was me, right? Like, this was, like, not having any dollars, going to Kmart, getting that value pack of comic books and toys.
Yeah.
Boom! Like, I need y'all to have an action figure right now. Not now, but right now. Even if it's a crappy repaint of another toy.
Which makes it that much
better. That much better. So yes, hit up all your like local flea market spots and get as many different iterations of this as you possibly can. The more varied, the better. Yes, make it happen. Thank you.
Nice. All right. So, all right, that meme that was going around a few weeks back, where it's like, these friends don't know that among them is like a complete Dune freak. I'm that Dune freak.
You're the guy.
All right. So Brian Herbert is helping write this. It's Dune, House Atreides. It is the prelude to the classic Dune novels that you're all
aware of,
familiar with,
right?
You've read and worshipped for years, like the Shai Hulud. All right. So, anyways, so this takes place before, like, actually before even Paul Atreides was born. So it's like Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, Saddam IV, and Atreides when they're young, like they're young men, teenagers.
This is dope.
And it has that total vibe. Brian, because he also wrote some of the novels, brings that feel of Dune into the book, into this comic. The art is amazing. That is so, it's so like next level. And you can, each of the different planets that everybody's from, like the way the artist makes that work, super, super good. It is like, if you're not familiar with Dune, it might be a little bit tough to get into, because you're like, all right, so who's this person? Why is, what's going on? So, but it is absolutely amazing. And if you're familiar with Dune at all, whether you've read the books, watch the sci-fi, the two sci-fi miniseries, or the already existing movie, you will love this.
Do you like the already existing movie?
Yeah, it's got like that weird hokey sort of. It's like,
I mean, yeah, that happens.
Star Wars for goths, kind of. So
what a
it's
term.
Yeah,
like Star Wars wasn't gothy enough.
Yeah, like this one's even more. So like, I don't know. I prefer like it. The sci-fi miniseries was really, really good, but it was also working on a budget of like, they shopped at Kmart for the bootleg action figures. But
Gotcha.
But yeah, this is really, really good. There's a bunch of different covers that are available for it. So hit it if you're a fan or even remotely interested in Dune.
Grab
that movie is coming out, and even if you don't know what the movie's about, Jason Momoa is in it, so you're going to watch it.
Everyone's in it, like literally everyone.
Yeah.
I think the movie is streaming on something right now. Like it's either HBO Max or Hulu or something.
The original
like
Dune?
The original.
Oh, okay. I was like,
no, not the new one. Not the new one. Not yet. Slow down. I understand that. Oh wait, no. Wrong book.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's because
I got excited, but no, wrong book. This is amazing.
Is it?
Necromorpus #1 from Behemoth, right? So you see this and you go, this is kind of interesting. Let me see what it is. You open it up and you're like, wait, that's
interesting.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is one of those rare situations, and no disrespect whatsoever to who did this gorgeous piece, but the interior work is actually better.
Huh.
No disrespect, but it's just one of those things where like, wow, like this got me. The inside will hold you forever. Because like, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Like, gorgeous.
Yeah.
So what's amazing is, okay, so this is from Gabriel Arrayas, and he's the writer and creator, and then Abel did the artwork on the inside, and it's amazing. But this was like a concept that Gabriel had when he was like 16, right?
Okay.
Image era, like big muscles, pouches all over the place.
Yeah.
Finds it, revamps it. This is a person after my own heart, though. Quits like a regular 9-to-5 job to write comics full time. The catch, he's in Brazil. So him taking his stance is like, everyone's like, you're crazy. Like, you don't quit like a regular job to write comic books. He's like, but I'm doing it. Man after my own heart. Okay, here's the idea.
Yes.
This person has been cursed.
Okay.
as their regular form, they look 16 and have looked 16 for a while. We don't know how long.
Okay.
But if they touch the remains of a dead person, they immediately, if not automatically, assume the dead person's form, catches their memories, and on the first turn of doing it, re-experiences how they died.
Ugh.
Right.
Ugh.
So, he is a very interesting person. The things that he's done, moving about, some of the people that he's become is insane. This is super trippy, but amazing. If this is Gabriel, if this is your first time out, you are already my favorite writer. Like, hands down, if this is you out the gate, I can't wait to see you 5-6 years from now when you accept your Eisner Award. I want to be there, high-fiving you, drinking a beer, whatever, because this is amazing. One of the individuals that he has turned into, let's see, we've got a 90s porn actress.
As one
as
would.
one does, yes. As a gift to a family member, he becomes... Wait, where are you? Yeah, that's right. And not just limited to people. Like, that is also them. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. But they set up all these cool rules. It's dope. Necromorphosis, pick that up. You will not be disappointed. Like the non-mainstream guys killed this week.
Yeah.
Like, really stomped over everybody this week. No joke.
More from the Behemoth.
So good. So good. Hotline Miami, number 2. Chimello, Farini, Massagia. This book is so fun.
Right.
It's so fun.
It's nonstop action.
Yep.
It's a very fast read.
Yes.
But so much occurs as you're just breezing through. There's like the ultra violence, which I'm always a sucker for. We get a little bit more backstory, and we finally, because in the first issue, I was like, man, this guy hates Russians.
Why?
Yeah, like it's a next level. Like, maybe you're not fond of Russia based on like what you've read that occurs over there.
Right.
Maybe you weren't a fan of the Cold War. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is in the 80s, so
Yeah.
you're like, okay, maybe you've watched Red Dawn one time too many.
But like this dude,
He's got reasons.
Yeah, and we
reason.
finally find out what those reasons are.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay. But listen. When it comes to killing,
yeah,
he does it really, really well.
yeah,
Really well.
Like Frank Castle, he is good at what he does.
Yeah. But Frank had training.
Yeah.
This guy is just kind of making it happen.
Yeah.
Like, this is Frank's younger brother, Chuck Castle, who is making. He heard that his brother killed people. He's like, well, I mean, if he can do it, I can do it. Anything he can do, I can do. And he's lucking into it. Rather than the skull on his chest, though.
He's wearing a rabbit mask.
Bloody rabbit mask, man. This is fun.
Yeah.
You know what? Like,
It was tough not to have it.
right. Like, I can't even lie. That was hard. This is a book that I can't wait to give to my 17-year-old. It's because I think he'll find it hilarious that I'm giving him such a, vaguely inappropriate book.
Yeah.
Then when I tell him, like, yo, no, there's a video game attached to it, he can be like, wait, what? And then I'm go, and it takes place in the 80s. So now you have to do reference work. Homework. You see how I just did that? Comics, video games, homework. Boom. That's what this whole series does for you. Changes everything. I love it.
Now, for the books that we felt were the best books of the week, the top 3. So I think we exact same this week.
Yeah. We got the exact same. You pick one.
Gosh.
I don't know how to start. I don't know.
This one's real tough because you got the other complementary piece to the Hotline Miami.
Right.
With more people getting shot in the face.
You know what? No. We'll start there because you're right. That's a perfect segue. Miles to go, number 2, Aftershock. Beautiful, beautiful people, you. B. Clay Moore, Stephen Molnar, Thomas Maurer. You guys are geniuses. So here's the thing that I find so very interesting about this. So this is clearly picking up from where the first issue left off, where we've got this proposed hired killer, who is one of the baddest ass ladies that you'll ever read about in comics. Okay, that's a spoiler. I can't say that. Okay, so when we were first introduced in the first issue, like we see her as a child taking up like the profession, and she's hardcore, and you love it immediately. And then when you see her as a grown up, you're like, oh my god, she scares me, and I like it because I did. But there's like this huge conspiracy. Immediately jumping off. People are dying, and not by her hand.
Because she's like trying to live a legit clean life.
Like just trying to do her thing. She's got a daughter, trying to make it work. She's got a soon-to-be ex-husband, or are they already divorced?
It looks like soon to be.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's trying to get back and try to make things right. We don't fully know why they're separated.
Exactly. Shout out to her being so like physically fit, but loving a dude with a dad bod. Gives me hope. And like it was such a cool setup. So in this issue, we get deep into the machinations and stuff. Like this is slightly complicated. When you really think about like this person shows up and intervenes on this thing and this like it's a lot.
Because it isn't just a government black ops group.
Right.
Like there's other stuff going on, and the different warring factions, and we find out more about their backstories and the way these different people that were superficially not connected really, 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 really are more than they care to probably admit to.
Yeah, definitely that. But yeah, that's the cool of this though, and shout out to B. Clay Moore to manage this story so well. Like the effortless way that we are given a lot of information, but it's parceled out really well, so you follow everything. Like you're not confused. Literally, my statement of it being complicated is a mere observation. Of how much information we really got.
Because like looking back in retrospect, you're like, oh, that was complex.
Right.
But in the moment,
you were just rolling. You were rolling right along with it. And I think that's one of the more interesting things about this series is it's not like a super fast read, but it's a really thorough one. Like you enjoy it. Like you get your money's worth when you grab this book, which is fantastic in this day and age. Like that's so important.
And it's got pruning shears.
It does, actually. Well used at that.
I wouldn't want to use a black light on those.
That's dark. I want to know what is the net weight of the guy's trunk, considering all the things that are in there. Like his shocks have to be
just jacked up.
Yeah, because
gas mileage.
Oh, in the toilet. Toilet.
I don't know. Maybe that could go with
I was gonna say. Speaking of toilet. It just sometimes writes itself. Scumbag #1, Image Comics.
Rick Remender.
Oh my God. Luis LaRosa. And Moreno Denicio did the covers. Listen.
If you took a dude who was legitimately a scumbag, I don't even know that you would call him a functioning alcoholic or drug addict, but they're an alcoholic, they're a drug addict. I don't think they've got a job. They
clearly not.
You know what they smell like just by looking at their picture, and they end up bizarro luck sacking, or I don't even like
accidental tripping into. The worst possible person needed for the job.
Like if Keith Richards had no musical ability and then ended up in that movie with Jackie Chan in the tuxedo and got the tuxedo, that still wouldn't. When we see this man's lowest point,
oh my God, I didn't realize that was outside. Like that made it so bad. Like it was already going to be bad, but then when you realize that it's outside, you're like, that is way worse.
It's so much worse. Like I thought, like maybe he's in an alley or maybe he's in a bathroom stall.
I literally thought he was still in the hallway, which was already bad.
It's already
bad.
That
was already bad. But the fact that not only is it outside, but it's in like broad daylight, man. Like we're not even talking like nighttime.
And this doesn't spoil nothing.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if that got on you? I would be so mad.
The song he's singing while it's happening.
Like, oh my god. This ain't gonna make nobody's Spotify viewership go up. It's not gonna happen. Okay, so Remender kills on the characterization aspect. I love the fourth wall breaks that happen throughout this whole thing that are really smart. But La Rosa is low-key the star of this show.
Yeah.
Like, the artwork here is art. Like, it's not even about, oh, this is a cool-looking comic book. No, this is art in hand. This is illustration. This is magic. Like the motion.
Yeah.
You believe it.
This was going down the sidewalk. I was like, yeah.
That's so crazy. I've never been more cognizant of a red pill, blue pill scenario than this alleyway thing. Oh my god. Okay, so based on his list of wants.
Yeah. Okay, the concert got me.
Yeah, the concert's pretty good.
Yeah, I was like,
concert's
all right,
pretty good. You're like, well, it's not bad. I feel like the monetary value was really stupid low. Is that weird? I'm like, really, dude? Like, that's...
I think for this dude, like, it's 100%, like, that's
the come up.
Like, what more do you need? Like,
oh my god.
With that much money, you can, like, I mean, you've already got...
That's so terrible. It's the fact that he went up to that. Like, that's the part where I'm like, you are trash. Like, you can't think longer than 15 minutes ahead at a time. Yeah. Like, that is it. This dude, yeah.
I want the nunchucks though.
That I 100% understand. I totally understand that. I mean, this could be a solid weekend, but I'm not gonna lie though. The powers that this shot gives you,
right?
I definitely kind of want that. I was so worried about where he was sticking this.
I was too. Like, I was like,
no,
is it the last vein?
No,
is that the last vein?
No, please, thank you.
Please, La Rosa, don't take me
there.
there.
I don't need to live through that. This is one of the best looking books, best reads that I've had in a while.
Yeah.
This was fun. Yeah. This was a lot of fun. The Scumbag, y'all.
Yep.
Okay, so in the movie that this inevitably is going to be.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like,
done.
I think that's
the
only competitor that I'll give it, Dietrich Bader.
Maybe there's something about smarmy McConaughey that is still inviting, still charismatic, where you're like, oh,
all right.
It should be a t-shirt.
Oh my god. Read that book. Oh my god. Okay. Something's Killing the Children, number 11. James Tynion IV.
Yeah. This kicks off what will be the beginning of Volume 3 in trade paperbacks. I think Volume 1 is 1 to 5. Volume 2 is
that makes sense. It makes it, 6 to 10. Okay. The stakes keep raising.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, you get to a certain point and you have a story and it seems self-contained and you're like, okay, I get the world that we live in. No. Every time we start a new arc, we get a bigger puzzle piece of this world. And I want to know what's in the black room. Okay? Like,
right? Because she stopped.
She considered.
Yeah.
So what's in that? Like,
right?
I don't even know. And again, when are we getting the mask? That's got to come soon, y'all. Like,
well, we got in some of the.
Yes. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Because these should be worn all the time. All the time. I definitely want to know what he ate though. Is that a gummy? I don't think it was a gummy.
I don't think it's a gummy either.
Yeah.
It's a gummy, but it ain't a gummy.
That's so terrible. Erica's still my favorite here. Even though she kind of takes a back seat in this issue, which is kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of the things that James has done really well is, so Erica has been such a driving force for this whole series, but as he's now developing more of this world, she can take a back seat but still be a factor.
Yeah.
and it's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, because James starts us out in a small world where there's a monster and there's some mysterious young woman, Erica Slaughter, who you find out goes from town to town and kills these monsters and protects everybody from the true reality that we live in. And it expands out from there to where there is a group of people that do that, and monsters are far more prevalent. And now we're at a point where the monsters just don't care
at all.
Like
at all.
They're like killing people in front of people.
Right. And the threat of that reality spilling over is now causing for a higher protocol reaction, which we see. Like, not only is it a matter of the protocol being initiated, but she is still very clearly aware of what the protocols are. Yeah. So she's still actively engaged in this kind of rescue protocol or mission that she's in, and is like, oh, wait, they're doing that already? Dang it. Yeah. We got to hurry. Like,
you got to think, like, if monsters just kill people in the basement or kill people in the woods or whatever.
Right.
But if they're doing it out in the middle of the open, like ripping a kid in half while they're in the air, we live in a day and age of social media.
Right.
You hold your phone up, you videotape it, you're a world star, and now people know.
Right.
So if the goal is to prevent people from really knowing what the reality is,
this is very difficult to do now.
Like, at what point does it cross the line to where they have to go in and maybe wipe the board clean?
Yep. Sometimes that's the case. It's the best way to do the job. Man, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. As the beginning of a new story arc, this is a great piece because it does just enough to keep its foot on one side of the fence that draws you in from where the last piece ended, which didn't really end. Like, that's oh man, when you say it like that, that's so smart. It's still an ongoing story. Yeah. These are really, really smart. Yeah. Like Something's Killing Children is a great series. The perfect thing to read for Halloween. If you get like individual copies, pass them out to little kids. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Here's a Snickers. Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah. Stupid ass kids.
Kit Kat bar.
Oh my gosh.
Give you a break. Give you a break. Break you off like a monster in this damn book. Yeah, man. Kids are delicious. That's what I got from this series. Oh my God, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit that thumbs up because we need that validation. And if you want this goodness brought to you all the time, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, because we get dropped in your DMs every week. We're always here for you because we love you. Although we actually won't be here next week.
Next week's going to be weird.
Yeah, next week's going to be a little strange. We got it's a timing thing.
Yeah, because Jeremy's going to be like in Barbados, doing another run.
Yeah, I'm going to Alabama.
Yeah,
I can't tell you why. So
I'll be in Columbus.
I'll be thinking about you.
I might just go rogue and just like go live on Facebook.
Do it. Yes. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. We will see you guys next time.